quick. I am going to just do a quick review for you guys that weren't here. I told the guys that were here on Friday, hey, when you were back in elementary school and you added fractions and you did 2 plus 5 equals 1/5 or equals 1/4 or plus 1/4, sorry, you can't add those. There's no way you're going to tell me that's 3/9. Absolutely not. Okay? No, I'm serious. That's garbage. Okay, that's not going to fly in here. Didn't fly in elementary school. It's not flying here. You have to have the same denominators to add. All right, so what you did back in elementary school, you're probably like, all right, what's the smallest number 5 and 4 go into? And you're like, oh, 20. All right, so that's how you got your new denominator. Then here's probably the toughest part, and we're just dealing with numbers. We're not even talking letters yet. You got to figure out, what do I multiply 5 by to get 20? And the answer would be, yep, 4. So that's what you have to multiply your numerator by. So that would become an 8. And then 4 you had to multiply by 5. So that's what you multiply the top by. And my final answer would not be 3/9, 13/20. Okay, that's what we're going into today. Friday was this. What happens if the denominators are the same? If they are the same, we don't have to go through this, but you still don't add them. You got to keep it the same denominator. Okay, you keep it the same denominator if they're the same, and then you just combine your numerators up top, and there you go, and then reduce if you have to. Okay, everybody good? Because I got to move on here. All right, let's move on. Today's topic is the denominators are different. Friday was they were the same, but today's going to be they're different. Everyone see first example today, they're different. Okay, so we need to come up with a common denominator. A common denominator. First step, if you see the denominators are factorable, factor them. Oh, shocker in this unit, right? We got to know how to factor to be successful. X squared minus 1, hopefully that can be done very quick at this point. Go ahead, right underneath it. Right underneath it, what I want you to do is write what it's equal to. X squared minus 1, that's what? Difference of? 2. Yep, so what are you writing right underneath it? X plus 1 and X minus 1. Just right underneath it. All we're doing is replacing it. That's all we're doing. All right, and then X squared minus X, that's not difference of perfect squares, but can be factored.
GCF.
GCF. What can I take out of both? An X. And I'm left with?
X minus 1.
X minus 1. So if the denominators are factorable, please factor them. Because now it becomes very easy to find a common denominator. Ready? It's called a common denominator. One more time. It's a common denominator. Anything in those denominators that are common?
X minus 1.
All right, so they have an X minus 1. So you definitely know in your common denominator has to go X minus 1, whatever they have in common. Only one of them, though. Only one of them. That's what they have in common. So we took care of the X minus 1s. They're gone. I don't think they have anything else. Don't tell me they have X in common, because that's X plus 1, not X, right? All right, so we all agree we found everything they have in common. Now we got to throw in the rest. All right, it's what's in common and then all the leftovers. What's still left over? The X plus 1 has to go in there. That's been left over. And also what still is left over up here?
X.
The X. So those two have to go in there. So what's common and what's left over has to go there. Questions before I get to the multiplying part. Finding your common denominator here. All right, next up, I got to multiply 2 by something, and I got to multiply the 3 by something. Because I just can't keep it 5 on top. No. All right, look at the denominator that's with the 2. X plus 1, X minus 1. I look at the common denominator. Something is missing. What's missing from X plus 1 and X minus 1 in my common denominator?
X.
Because they have to match. Ian, what is it?
X.
Everyone right? I got the X plus 1. I got the X minus 1. The only thing I'm missing was the X. Everyone agree? So that's what you got to multiply the numerator by. What is it missing from the common denominator? So I had the X minus 1s and the plus 1s here. The only thing I was missing was the X. So that's what the 2 has to get multiplied by. All right, so it's going to be 2 times x, and that'll just give me 2x on top. One doesn't make you great. We got plenty more to do, so it's all right if you're nervous.
But the x plus 1 wasn't common. Both of them didn't have it. Only
I'm
one
talking
had
about
it.
this fraction only.
Okay.
I am talking about this one. I guess I didn't make that clear. Sorry there, guys. I'm talking about that one only.
All right.
What is that denominator missing that my common one had?
All right.
Good?
Yeah.
All right, now go to the second fraction. You guys know the denominator was x and x minus 1. What do I need to multiply by it to get to my common denominator? X plus 1, right? I had the x. I had the x minus 1. The only thing I'm missing is the x plus 1. You've got to figure out how do I make them match. What do I need to multiply by? All right, distribute the 3. Go ahead, distribute the 3.
3x
Okay, just 3x
plus 3.
plus 3. Combine. Keep going.
5x.
Keep going.
Plus 5x plus 3. And then you can simplify the x on the bottom and the 2x on the top, can't you? Or can you not?
Cross that.
We talked on Friday. You have to look if you can factor and cross out at the end. Can I factor anything here?
Yeah.
What can you factor?
The x on the bottom and 5x on the top. Well, not factor, but you can like divide out, can't you?
Cross out.
Yeah, you
No,
can
no,
cross
no,
out.
no, because that 5x is added. They're connected. They're connected.
Oh,
Yeah, he's a bunch of negatives.
Yeah, you're getting
Look, you know, I could grill you right now, but
Do it.
that's my point. You guys are working together, and you notice I can't cross those out because that's connected with the 3. They go together. The addition side connects them. So I'm done. That's it right there. That's it. I'm done. All good? That's as far as that can be. Those two fractions can be added to each other. Questions? All right, again, one doesn't make you great. Let's keep grinding. Look at number 2. Are the denominators the same or different? Different, so you can't keep them, can't combine them. You got to make a common denominator. Do you notice you can factor them, though? Yes, so go ahead and factor them for me. Hopefully this is not too bad. Let's hear from some people in the crowd here. First one, how you factor in x squared minus 36. Going deep. Max, let's go. You got to be beast at this.
We're gonna, it's the difference of 2 perfect squares.
It is, man. Yep. So what are we doing with that?
It's gonna be 6 and plus 6 and minus 6.
All right, here we go. I like the confident. Feeling confident. X squared plus 6x. How are we factoring that one now? X squared plus 6x. Let's go, Mirat. What do you have?
Like I'm thinking of the little difference of the 2 things. I'm trying to find what adds up to 7 multiplies to 12.
Where are you right now?
Oh, I'm on 3. My bad.
Okay, easy. Don't be going ahead of us. I know you're trying to show off now, but
No.
x squared plus 4, you just don't know where you are. X squared plus 6x.
X plus 6, X minus 6.
That's what we have here.
Oh, GCF of X.
There you go. Good redemption. What are you left with?
X plus 6.
You got it. Good.
This one.
Everyone okay on the factoring? Common denominator now. What do they both have in common?
X plus 6.
An x plus 6. So only one. You only write one in. Anything else in common? Okay, but you got to put in the leftovers, just like the last problem. So tell me what's left over. Good, yeah, good. X minus 6, and that x is still in common. All right, what do I need to multiply by now? Look at the first fraction, 2 over x plus 6 and x minus 6. What was it missing from the common denominator? Look, an x. So that's the only thing you got to multiply the 2 by. And buckle up here because I'm about to lose it. So that's a what? 4? Or 2x? 4, what did I get? Jesus. My writing is awful right now. I'm getting rattled. There we go. Okay, got to lock in on this next one here. Huge trap you're going to fall into. Huge trap coming up. What's it missing? That's not the trap.
X minus 6.
X minus 6. Good? So that's what I'm going to multiply upstairs by. X minus 6. What's your deal?
I was gonna ask why it was X minus.
Okay, ready? What's your denominator here? X, I already got it. X plus 6, already got it. What's the only thing I didn't have? S minus 6, so I got to multiply it by that. We good, Nick?
Yeah.
Okay, hey, ready? Don't fall into the trap. I didn't have to worry about it over here because I was adding the two fractions. What am I doing over here now? Subtracting them. So you are not distributing a positive one. That negative sign's got to be carried with it. So you're not distributing a negative one, or in one, you're distributing a negative one. Watch out for subtraction. Okay, so distribute the negative one. You're going to get what? Minus X, which most of you probably would have gotten anyway, but now you wouldn't have gotten 6. Plus 6, not minus 6. Watch out for the subtraction. You have to distribute the number as a negative sign. All right, we're almost there. How about your like terms up top?
Or X plus 6.
X plus 6. Oh, anybody getting hungry here?
I'm getting hungry.
Unlike the last problem.
X plus 6, X plus 6.
The X's.
Cross out.
The X's. X.
Oh, connected.
You want me to do this?
No, you guys can't. We literally just went over this.
No, it's X plus
The
6.
6 is attached.
There's an X plus 6 on the bottom. And you get 1 on the top.
Right?
That's what I meant.
Don't forget where you came from. We've been doing this a little. As long as they match, they're not opposites. As long as they match each other. What do you have?
Where'd we get the top X plus 6 and like the numerator?
2x minus x. I throw 2 x's in front of you and I take one away.
Oh, yeah.
You got 1 x, right? Don't overthink that one. Don't overthink that. It happens all the time. Is everyone all right where I got it from and why I'm crossing it out now?
Did you do the thing where it's like the top is like a negative X and then you do the negative 6? Like the opposites? Where we do the minus 1?
What, you mean these two?
Yeah.
Okay, but the x's are both positive. They're not opposite.
Yeah, but like if it
The
was
six-
opposite.
Then I
you
would
do
cross
the
them out and let
opposite.
it be a negative 1. Yep. What's left on top?
1.
Yep. And on the bottom?
X.
And I'm surprised nobody's asked this. Leave it. Please leave it. Don't try to redistribute. Leave it, please. Your life will be a mess. Just leave it. Adding and subtracting like denominators. How are we feeling? Anything you want to ask? Because we don't have many questions, as you can see there today.
Good.
And I'm going to go a little quicker now that I've shown you a little bit. All right, next one. Are the denominators the same? Nope, don't try to combine them, but they are factorable. Okay, they are factorable. Little different method on this one. X squared plus 4x plus 3. Ooh, a little help, Gianna, factoring that one. You got this. 3 and 1, yep. And I understand where it comes from. I'm seeing a lot of you guys trying to group a problem like this. And that's fine. It's going to take a little longer. You'll still get x plus 3 and x plus 1. I just think it's a little quicker. 2 numbers that multiply to 3 and add to 4. But if you're a grouper and it works, keep grouping. I'm not going to fight it with you. How about that next one? X squared plus 7x plus 12. 5. What are you factoring that beast into?
X plus 4 and X plus 3.
There you go. Machine. We got a lot here. Okay, common denominator.
X plus 3.
Okay, got an x plus 3 in common. Write it once. Am I missing anything else in common? Me neither. So what's left over, I still got to put in.
X plus 1 and X plus 4.
X plus 1 and x plus 4. Okay, stop and think. What you need to multiply the 6 by. Look what was in the denominator and the common denominator. What's missing? X plus 3. What was missing? X plus 4. Everyone agree? Nick, what's your deal?
Where does the 4? Oh.
Ready? Look, compare these two right here. That one is missing that. Okay?
Yep.
Maybe it's because I have it written below. Maybe. So that's what I got to multiply the 6 by. Go ahead, distribute that bad boy, and we get 6x plus 24. Next.
3x plus 3.
Whoa, easy, boss. You're showing off now.
X plus 4.
X plus 1, yeah, right? It's missing an x plus 1. Do I have to... Oh, I'm adding, so I don't have to worry about distributing a negative. So plus 3x plus 3, right? Everyone, I know sometimes I get a 1 there. Ready for those like terms combined? What's left up top in the numerator? A 9x and a 27. Oh, okay. We'll be back. Woo! Box it in. GCF, yep. Of what?
9.
9, 3?
9.
Greatest common factor. Great. 3 does work, but it's not going to go all the way there for me. A 9. And what are you left with?
Oh, and then you can cross out the x plus 3.
Oh, do we? Do we?
Wait, did you hear me?
Or do we?
Yes, you
Yeah,
can.
what do we think?
Yeah, what are we thinking? What are we thinking? What are we thinking?
Yeah.
You can, yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, we can. And they're the same, exact same. All right, what's left over here? Finally. Final answer, 9 on top. On the bottom.
X plus 1, x plus 4.
Woo! Hardcore right there.
One doesn't make you great.
And we've done 3 now, so I hope so.
Hey,
It's
3 doesn't
there.
make you great either.
Anything? We're starting to pick it up a little now?
Yep.
Oh, and how you doing over there, boss?
Good.
All right. Just got to check in on you there. You're the lone wolf. One-man wolf pack over there. All right, we ready? Oh, 3 of them. What is this guy thinking? This is way out of my league.
This guy loves math.
All right, way out of my league. No. Same or different denominators?
Different.
Yeah.
I wish
One of them's factorable. The other 2 aren't. So let's factor the one that is factorable. X squared plus 7x plus 10. Come on now. Come on, dig deep.
5 and 3. There's 2 common. What the hell?
Nick, come on, boss.
5x plus 5, x plus 2.
Good. I don't know where the 3 came from.
Wait.
You was just
Bigger
I was just
numbers.
thinking bigger numbers.
Yeah.
The greatest.
What?
I don't know.
Okay.
We're good.
And I wrote through
I can't factor, right?
There's no common.
Oh, wait.
No.
I'm done factoring. That's all I'm
Biggest
asking.
common denominator.
I can't factor anything anymore. All right, next, common denominator. First time this has happened to us today. That's why I'm doing it. What's in common? An x plus 5 is in common. Oh, and now I have a second term that's in common, which is?
Plus 2.
Okay, so write them both. Right? What's ever in common once. Anything left over?
No.
Okay, so we're done. There's your common denominator. Everyone all right? Any issues? Talk to me here. All right, now we got to figure out what do I multiply by. Watch your mouth on this first one.
Nothing.
It matches. The denominator and the common denominator match, so I'm not touching the 9.
X plus 2.
3x plus
What's the 3 have to get multiplied by? X plus 2. Good. We're starting to pick this up a little bit. Distribute. 3x plus 6.
It's not a minus. No, but thanks.
Plus 5.
What's the x plus 2 have to get multiplied by?
X plus 5.
The x plus 5 is missing. Trap. What are you going to distribute there?
-1.
Thank you. -1. Not a 1, a -1. Got to watch out for that subtraction. So I'm going to get what? Negative x and a -5. Nice. Any issues before we combine? Whew. All right, what do we get here? How many x's do I have up there?
2.
2x. I got a 9, a 6, and a 5.
-10. +10.
Which one we got?
+10.
One. Oh, minus +6 and -5.
6 minus 5.
Plus
Oh, yes, 10.
plus 10.
10.
Use your calculator. Crap. There's issues.
I'm
Nah, I know that off the top of my head.
GCF.
We done?
Dude, I know.
Good? Good?
Yeah.
What is it?
2.
Ooh.
That's a stat.
Cross them out.
Can I cross them out?
Yeah.
Are those opposites are the same?
Same.
Same, so I don't need to be left over with anything. Whew. Wait a sec. Whoa, whoa. Wait.
No.
Hey, can I cross out the 2s?
No.
Cross out the 2s?
Yes.
Cross out the 2s, anybody? No, they're connected for the how many times? They're connected. We're done.
Wait, what did we? Cross out the 2.
If you want to cross out the 2s, you got to leave your answer like this.
I still think it was 1 from this equation.
Now that's how it would look like if you wanted to divide everything by the 2.
We could divide by
Cross
1.
up the 2 minus 2 on the board when you get the test back.
Still
All right.
doesn't come back.
We good? We got one more?
Just X.
Yep.
All right, this one looks tough, but it's not going to be.
Crazy.
Remember what we have to do here when I ask you to prove?
Same denominator.
Where X
Put a line down the
Put the all right, good start, Max. Put the line down where the equal sign is, and decide what side you want to work on, right? Because you got to get one side to equal the other without throwing hot garbage in there. Because I'll notice and won't give you credit.
The left side.
Why do you pick the left side, Tyler? I'm asking.
Usually what we pick.
It's just the left.
Yeah.
Okay. Usually, yeah. Well, usually we would when we could factor that maybe. All right, but I'm not feeling any factor in there. And no. Right, we're not doing that. So there's nothing I can really. If you pick the left side, I just don't know what you're doing. All right, I'm not being critical of you. I'm just making a point. Hey, you pick the left side, but what do you want to do? And I can't factor it. But do we know how to add? Okay, so let's see if we can add here. All right, let's work on the right side. And I know it looks intimidating, but watch how easy this comes to you. So I'm just going to rewrite it. That's all I'm doing. Same denominators?
Yeah. No.
Negative a million stuff.
Bankrupt.
Even though there's no denominator there, there's what there?
1.
It's okay. If it makes you feel warm and happy inside and you want to put a 1 there, feel free.
I will do that.
Okay, now let me repeat my question. Are they the same denominators? No, they are not. So we need a common denominator. Are you able to factor that?
No.
No, me neither. Okay, so there's nothing to factor. What's left over?
2.
No, what's left over?
1 X plus
1 and
Plus 9.
x cubed plus 8. There's your denominator. You can put the 1 as you're multiplying, but it's not going to make a difference. All right, take your time here, guys. Take your time. It just looks different, so you guys start getting nervous. What's this missing that I need to multiply by? X cubed plus? I got to yeah. X cubed plus 8. That's what that denominator didn't have, the whole thing, so I had to multiply by it. And what do you get there? X cubed plus 8.
+1.
Anything missing?
No.
It is the denominator, or you could say it's missing the 1, but you're going to multiply that by 1 anyway, right? All right, so it's not missing anything, so plus.
1.
All right, if you want me to do this, all right, sure. It was missing the 1, so I multiplied by 1. See what's happening?
Add those. 8 in the 1.
Okay, add them.
And 8 plus 1 is 9.
Oh.
I see you.
No count. All stud.
What do you notice? What's always our goal when we do this problem?
They equal
Make
each
it
other.
match the other side. Take a peek over to the left. What do you notice?
Does not equal -2.
Oh no, don't worry about that. I should have just got it. Don't worry about that part. That's a totally same thing, right? Okay, so it wasn't that bad. All right, look, you got 15, 20 minutes, actually more, probably about 20 minutes left in class here. You got to figure out where you're going to go. All right, I'll put some headphones if you need to listen to a video. If you're going to practice this. But we're not moving the quiz from Wednesday. All right, so you figure out what you need to do here.